Hey. We might as well just start the stream. How are you guys doing, man? I was trying something funky. Didn't seem to work, man. Yeah, doesn't seem to work. Something I have been planning on doing for a long time. Just a new tweak to the stream. Yeah. The guys on Discord have just created a new channel called Help My Save. Because one of you sent me a file, a link to a file, and I went to look for it today because it's in an area of the channel where everybody has their threads for all your saves. So it became really hard. Unless I'm in that channel like every second of the day, which I'm not, it's gonna be really hard to find it. So yeah, couldn't find it. Hey, Budinas, yes, I have a Champions League semi-final and I'm doing tactics. Just goes to show how much I love you guys, right? I wanted to link that. No, I found a way to actually get your chat into the stream, but the plugin seems to be having. I don't know what happened. I did everything right. I mean, I could have sworn I did everything right. Let me see. Unless this overlay is wrong. Let me just check. You know, I'm the one guy that never is satisfied, you know, if nothing is perfect. Let me see if this is correct. Oh, now it's different. I mean, this is getting. Yeah, it's there now. Okay. All right. Let's switch over. There we go. Yeah, the guys on YouTube. I know you guys sometimes might not see your chats, right? So we're gonna try and do that for Twitch as well. Managed to get it down from YouTube. Because it feels a bit, sad. I hope your Wednesday is wunderbar. My Wednesday is wunderbar. It's working exactly as I had envisaged it. Yeah, it's working. The stream was late because I had to take my son to the pool. He had his wonderful pool time. In Tanin, Liverpool versus Real Madrid tonight. People are not sleeping, man. We're not sleeping. I'm not even suitably attired for my Bring Your Tactics where I wear the jersey, man. I wear the jersey. Oh man. Hey, hello Midori. How are you doing, man? And to the guys on Twitch, how are you guys doing? Yeah, we're live there as well. Yeah, we're doing Bring Your Tactics, guys. Let's see if this works on both channels. It's supposed to go on both channels. Yep, it's gone on Twitch, but somehow or another it didn't pop up in YouTube. Let's see if my multi thing works. Man, I did a lot of things today, before the stream. It was like very quick stuff that I'm trying to do. These are 3 actions. Yeah, okay, this is the one. I'm just checking to see whether this button works as well. All right. The tactics are link. I got. You appear on YouTube, man. Which is a bit disappointing because I wanted it to appear on YouTube too. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes these things they don't work out exactly the way I want them to. But I'm gonna copy this and put it into the chat for YouTube. Yeah. No. There might be a delay there. Yeah, how are you guys, man? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just copy one link for the guys on YouTube. Yeah, if you wanna pop up your tactics, there's a link for you to use. All right. Yeah. Looks like that automatic link isn't working. Hey, TTV NB Drone in. How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, guys. Bring Your Tactics. The links are in chat. You know what to do. Okay. I'm supposed to have look at one of your saves too, but I can't find the save. I don't know where it is. It's in some mysterious place I can't find. Looking for the save. Hey guys, you guys are Game Changer. It's so easy for the guys on Game Changer. They got their own dedicated link. Yeah. So yeah, the rest of you, well, we gotta find new ways, new means and methods for you guys. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Anyway, let me just download some of these tactics that we've got. stick them into the folder, then we'll go on and have a fun time. Now, I know I've had a lot to say about training the last couple of days. Look, I respect all those guys who do their simulations. Okay, I've used to be one just like you for many years, right? But just that, yeah, certain things I'm used to, I'm privy to as well. Although it's basically based on the years of experience. Yeah, the years of simulations that I was doing, and I was always heading in the wrong. I was always climbing the wrong hill all the time. So ended up going up the wrong hill 9 times out of 10 until somebody pointed me in the right direction, and then I went, oh, now I understand. Problem is, not everybody gets that privilege. Could I write the tactic in chat? Nope, you can't. You have to use the link that is up there already. Yeah, there's no links in chat, man. Okay, so okay, and I'm not going to recreate the tactic on chat. There's so much deciphering to do. Is that? Or you can try, and I'll talk to it. The Dropbox is nothing. It's just pick up the link and drop in your tactic. There's nothing confusing. There's a link. It says, "Hey, I request your tactic." Just give me the tactic. It can't be any more harder than that. Okay. All right. Let's get cracking. This is the save. I've got Midoriya's tactic. Of course, we're using what's that team called again? Sporting Lisbon. You beautiful people. I love all of you. Do you know that I was testing the stream out today? Today's stream, it goes out to you in full glorious Technicolor. And I'm recording in full glorious Technicolor. I can't use too many terms. You know why? I might end up getting no more streaming allowed. So yeah, so all that stuff has been quite cool. I think one of you was in on it as well. You popped in. I think it was Intanin. Yeah, Intanin, it was you, wasn't it? You showed up on the stream just now. I was like, yeah, and I had this big message. Please, you don't have to come in. It's a test stream. And Intanin showed up for a test stream just to have a chat. Okay, cool. Thanks for keeping me company, man. All right, we've got a tactic here that's pretty interesting. It's a complete forward. I love this role, but it's so unpredictable half the time. Inverter winger's very creative, sitting narrow. Okay, he does end up here in the final third eventually, but you can do that. You know, we force his position narrow. That will influence his. Always remember, PIs influence their defensive transitions as well. Huh? Okay. All right, inverter wingers roam from position, sit narrow, mark title. Why do you want him to roam and sit narrow? Wait, you want him to come in narrow and roam in a smaller area? Hey, it's every move you make. Every move you make. I've been watching you. Every move you take. Intanin, you sound like, you know, you're running around with police, man, as a theme song. All right, so we've got inverter winger creative, but I don't think you should put this here. All right, I'm not a big fan of putting roam from position for these two guys because you want them to create, right? And then you got these complete wingbacks also roaming. So what's going to happen? I'm roaming, you're roaming. Where are we going? I don't know, you tell me. Oh, I'm roaming here. No, but I'm roaming here. But you're both roaming. So where do we go? Okay, I'm smarter than you. I've got better decision making and fantastic off the ball. So I'm going to roam a bit more. Yeah, you see the complications that sets in, right? I'm not suggesting you don't do it, but, you know, pay attention to when you stick it roam. Complete wingbacks get further roam from position. Complete wingback here. Volante is going to push up and he's going to push this guy wider. Remember, understand the roam now? Yeah. One thing interesting about this two roles, right? When you have the roam instruction, he might come inside, but here you got another guy that wants to do the same thing. So pretty much this is a flank that we have to watch out for. Ball playing defender, and libero. Libero is one of my favorite, probably singularly one of my favorite roles in the game. Low crosses, only use this if you're always going to the final third. You've got control of the final third, you do that. If you don't have control of the final third, this is not something that you do. Okay. Overlap left, overlap right will influence the initial. There's going to be an overlap here. This mentality be higher. He's when he gets the ball, anyone who's wide he comes in, he's just going to hang out and say, you know what, I'm looking for a complete wingback that's overlapping. Remember what has happened here? Roam. Okay, so wingback would have been better if you want a simpler system where you've got a dedicated flare overlapping. The only downside with that is, of course, your tactic becomes a heavy cross tactic. Now, the other thing here is that when you do like low cross, you're expecting to be in the final third with a back five system. You don't often see that happening in the game engine because I think that what we're going to see in the future is that maybe in FM25, but not really in FM24. Unless you're playing these guys high up the pitch, you're playing in a very high mentality, and also you're pushing this up. You've got get stuck in as a hard tackle. Okay, overlap right, overlap. Focus played on the left and the right. You'll see these guys moving closer to the area of the focus, you know, the center mids. That's where the focus play, you know. Yeah, focus play is basically center mid, move to the right, more passes on the right, on that flank where you have the focus. The one focus that I don't think has any room in Football Manager anymore is a focus play to the middle, because when SI did the width thing, the changes to width in a couple, they did some tweaks to width, like, you know, along the way, by the way. And what really ended up happening was that width instructions started becoming the area where, we want to play the ball more through the middle. That became it. Okay, so counter press high defensive line sounds good. Okay, let's look at the. We'll stick in some ball playing defenders. We got Ignacio. Diomande, I think he can be one. First touch dribbling, yeah, it's okay. But generally, you want the player that's got. We're gonna stick him here. He's not the fastest. You'll see how badly that affects the tactic. These two are fine. Rakanka and Helman. Santos is here. Yeah, Nuno Santos, right? Okay, left only Esgayo, Edwards, Goncalves, and Goicarias. Okay, Helman will not play, I guess. We'll put Morita in. Then we stick. The one with the higher off the ball should be the. Okay, this is not bad. I like this dictates 1-2 with a volante. Very nice instruction. This is a very nice one. Dictates tempo, plays 1-2s. These are two things I like to see with volantes. More plays 1-2s. Yeah. Then Condredi will bring him in for Paulinho. No point bringing him. Holman will bring him. I think we can leave him there. He's not gonna suffer too much. We'll take Camacho off. We need a wing back left and right. Don't seem to have enough. Who's this? I think this guy's a 2. Okay, let's go and look at the tactic. Are there any PIs? Take Morris, take Furious. Okay, take Furious is fine. CWB. What is this? Triple more, close down more. Triple more, close down more. Back line, back 3. Sometimes you put tight marking instead of tackle more. You don't need them to come out, right? See, the thing is this, right? Okay, let's look at the width. Your width is pretty much. You're not using any of these. It's fine. You want them. Okay, when you put close down more, it just means this. When the ball comes and then there's a player there, you want these guys to run and take him on. Yeah. Okay, that's the only downside. That's something that to bear in mind. I have never seen the need to put close down more on defenders. Tight marking, yes. In a back 3, I always have tight marking on at least 2 of the outer defenders. All right, let's see this game in full Technicolor. Watch it on comprehensive. But let's slow the game down a bit so we can appreciate it. We'll watch it and then see how it goes. Huh? Okay, Arahao to Dick. What a name. Okay. All right. Okay. Stop. Now we go to 2D for a while. Okay, 2D to see the shape of your tactic, right? So you want to look at this, right? Okay, all right. This is the wing backs. Wing backs. You got your back 3 here. You got Mr. Rome and Mr. Rome. Mr. Rome. Mr. Rome. You see what I'm doing? Where's the other Mr. Rome? It's already here. Alright. Yeah, Pedro Goncalves was there already. And then you sit narrow. Remember that when you lost the ball, right? Where did these guys go? They went inside. So sometimes when you play sit narrow, it'll affect their defensive transition. Something very few people will tell you, or few people seem to realize. Sit narrow. This is sit narrow. Defensive transition. So when you play sit narrow, they come in. Their width is reduced even during the defensive transition. It's something that people should be aware of when they stick this on their players, because this means that if you lose the ball and he goes down to the flanks, he has a lot of running to do, back and forth. So why do you put sit narrow on players? So watch out for that instruction, sit narrow. I'm not a big fan. I have never been a big fan of applying sit narrow on any white player. Yeah. If I want them to help the defenders out, sit narrow is never there. If I wanted to, I'll play narrow, right? But defensive with narrow. But the problem with you playing defensive, you can play defensive with narrow with this tactic. So you get the same, you get the tightness. They look after the flanks, they let the ball down, but you keep it tight. But the problem with back 5 systems when you play it narrow is that your wing back and your defender go back to form a 5. So you tend to not do that. Keep big morning! 17 months. Thank you, sir. Holy guacamole at tier 3. You're a phenomenal legend, you. Thank you for the 13 months, sir. All right. Okay, let me see if I can. Hi guys, okay, the link is in YouTube, huh? So if you need to pop in, you will see it over there. All right. Hey Kimpi, brother, how are you, man? Hope you're doing well. Okay, there we go. Goncalves coming in, looking for options. Very roamy at the moment. Okay, Edwards, you see if this is where your inverted wingers to be, fine. Your complete wingback has gone up the flanks. The other complete wingback is here. This is the main reason why I don't play back fives anymore. Because when I see this, right, I get very livid. I get livid because I need in real life, right? This guy's already here. If the ball is coming in from this side of the pitch, right, he is already flying into this position. Because there's a kind of a pendulum. This guy will shift to the right. This guy will shift to the right. This guy, after he plays the ball, there'll be the three defenders, right? So the one defender will, after playing it here, the defender will be here. There'll be a kind of a wedge for the three central defenders as he pushes up, which is the modern way the back five is playing. But this back five, the way it's set up, the way SI has got their back five set up, it's very circa 1990. Okay, it's very 1990. So one of the reasons why I don't like to play back fives anymore. So the only way I can avoid that is by playing defensive wingers. Great goal, great attempt. You should have scored a goal, man. You should have scored a goal. I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way about back five systems. I think quite a number of people feel this way about back five systems. Okay. Corners, I mean, looking at your transitions is looking all right. Like I said before, I'm only allowed to make changes in the second half, right? Defensive wingers will work. It's just the defensive transition is so bad. Defensive wingers are better. Because if you play with defensive wingers in your tactic, right, this is what's going to happen. Okay, when you play with defensive wingers in the tactic, defensive wingers, the way they play, they are extremely aggressive, right? They will go down the flanks and attack, and they also come back and defend. So this is what happens when you play with more aggressive. You'll find the same thing if SI were to turn their wingbacks into the modern wingback in a back three. It's exactly like that, and then we will see a lot of people complaining my wingbacks don't come back in time, which is the reality of playing those back five systems. Yeah. So the modern wingback now plays very high up the pitch. Very, very high. We have a tactic today, Kimpi. I'm looking forward to it, sir. Okay, we've got Edwards losing out. Alvaro with the ball. Basso. So far, I think I will probably jack up the mentality a bit more for this. A lot more. Like, I know you're playing on balance. Mentality is very kind of safe. I see what's happened. That space opened up a lot. Edwards intercepts that, comes inside. He's got an option, but he doesn't use it because he's been told to roam from position. You got a complete forward also roaming from position, right? So it's like you don't really have a target in the area. So you got wingers roaming, you got wingbacks roaming, you got nobody being a fixed reference point and attack. Either he's holding the attention of defenders or he's pulling players away. See, when you create a tactic, you want to create space. You want yourself to know as a manager where my space is supposed to be, so that you know when something goes wrong, right? If you don't, then how will you know if it's not working? Your back five tactics, I think your back five tactics will get better over time, but this back five tactic, you need The thing about backfire tactics is you want them to score lots of goals, you want them to dominate. You cannot play them on balance. If you play them on balance, be prepared for a lot of 1-0s. Okay? I'll be prepared for a lot of 1-0s. You want... Oh, there's another way to do this, right? You can also play a 5-2-2-1. Very safe. Very safe. You grind out a lot of results. You make yourself very hard to beat. You make yourself very hard to beat. I will do it two ways. Okay, after this halftime, I'll show you two possible ways of doing this. One is we maintain your balance strata. Instead of playing them wide like the way you're doing it right now, we will change it. We'll give you a bit more attacking. We'll add some unpredictability to your system. All right, because you've got a lot of unpredictability. I mean, not like you're not asking for it. What if you got two complete wing backs, you got two roaming inverted wingers, you got a roaming striker. Dude, you got unpredictability in your system already. Okay. We're just adding another layer. Your tactic is always a little special, Kimpi Moni. Kimpi. Your tactics are always special. Always are the special tactics. Okay, we look at 2D again, right? Okay. Why do I like to watch it on 3D? Because you know why? I've got a nice computer. Why would I want to play on 2D all the way? That's the real reason, man. That's the real reason. Okay, so looking at this, Pedro Goncalves is here. That's okay. All right, look at where this guy is. If he was here and here, you know what you'd be able to do? Put a lot of pressure on this side of the pitch. You see, now we've got nobody else putting pressure here. That's like, how are we gonna score goals, man? You got low crosses set up. So the only way it works is, okay, we go all the way here. And we try to create a goal scoring opportunity. But you see, he's roaming. He goes, he is, okay, no, we're not playing the pass. Nobody's attacking and pinning. So these guys move forward. Edwards looks for options. This guy, I don't know what to do with him. He goes back again. All right, again here. One more time. Now he's going to go and there's going to be a cross delivery. Yeah. So let's do more, right? I mean, I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to work, but give yourself a bit more of an option. Are you averse to playing a 5-2-2-1? Or you just want to play all 5-2? Okay, there we go. You scored a goal with your tactic. Yeah, hooray. Your tactic works. Okay. Like I said, this tactic is going to grind out results. If you're fine with that, stick with it. I said that already. Yeah, it's going to grind out results. We can improve your tactic a bit more. What you do up front is you change your striker to a pressing forward. That's it. Stop playing a complete forward. Okay, don't play a complete, just play a pressing forward. Okay, now he's gonna move left and right. With you playing balance and low crosses, there will be movement in the final third. You won't score a spectacular number of goals. You'll grind out more 1-0s than anything else. You'll have 2 1s and 1-0s. It's a common scoreline that's gonna be. My tactics have problems in the Champions League. A lot of people's tactics have problems in the Champions League. Yeah. That's when you meet teams that have got players, man. I wish you could have taken a look at my 442 diamond. Hey, brother, the link was on chat, man. Yeah, I put the link up. The good thing about you guys being here is that you can always scroll back or just pop in the link again in chat if you want to pop in the tactic. Yeah, I think the guys on Twitch also have the link, right? We did that earlier. I'll just pop in the link one more time. Yeah, and a second goal. So I don't need to change anything to your tactic. Huh? All right. In what kind of tactic or situation would you prefer pressing? Well, most tactics. Yeah. I like all this, balanced tactics. You can. The thing is, this is a low crossing tactic, right? So you need players to get into the final third, and then you got magic happening. Like this tactic, players go in the final third, you got magic happening. Problem is when I play it advanced forward, then it only makes sense if I have 2 advanced forwards. Don't ask me why, but a peculiarity of the engine is that 2 advanced forwards never play like 2 advanced forwards. One plays a bit deeper and links up play, and the other one pushes the defenders back, so it creates a lot of space. Great, it's a quirk of the match engine. Okay, that in that setup maybe it will work, right? But in most setups, when you're playing a lone striker, I don't like advanced forwards. Why? Because the ball goes up to them too early. Something that I feel. All right, so what we're gonna do is take this guy out and put Jerry. Okay, I'm gonna change him to a pressing forward. I'm gonna play something different. He's still going to push to the side. Okay, we're gonna have a volante. I'm gonna play this guy more like a shadow striker. They will play him as a pressing. We've got a 3-man strike force now. We got a wingback on attack and a wingback on attack. Wingback on support then. Okay, will since this guy is on attack, right? We'll turn this guy into like AM on support. All right, and then we'll tell him to, I don't know, move into channels. There'll be verticality in his. We'll take more risks. Sounds like a plan. No need to roam from position. Just leave him there. Oh yeah, my favorite thing when I meet final third players. Final third players. I will do this every day, 7 days a week, 24 days in 7 days a week. What? 24 hours a day. Okay. All right. Always put a lot of pressure. Now I don't. This might not work. Okay? So what we're gonna do here is take more risk, shoot less. We don't need to do that. What it will do is we'll just leave it like this. Now I could ask him to sit narrow, but we won't do that because you got overlaps, right? So overlaps just means somebody's gonna hold out the ball waiting for him to go by. Now what we're gonna change here is remove this and this. We don't even take too many risks. But what we are gonna do with this guy is change into a white center back on defense. This will encourage him to step into this zone. And we're gonna remove this, and then we'll just go white center back on defense. Because a ball playing defender, he's gonna dribble the ball out. Yeah, okay. We already got one genius here with the ball. We don't need 3. Okay. Done. All right. So this is a slightly different version of your attack. I'm gonna remove the low cross. Okay. I'm also gonna take out be more expressive. We're gonna still play on balance, which is your mentality. Okay. And let's see if this works. It might not work, but this is a grindy tactic. 5-2-2-1. You got the players in the narrow positions, right? You don't have the PIs now, right? Take more risk, move to channels. Okay. All right. What's going to happen is these guys, we're going to put a lot of pressure on teams and they're building out play. At least we hope, with a 5-2-2-1. As much pressure as the match engine will allow. Do we have opposition instructions? Usually I apply them. Let's see. I don't think we don't have backline opposition instructions. So we're going to apply this. The thing is now we'll have to do it to everyone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a lot of pressure on this backline, and this is to encourage our players who are in the attack, right, to continually look out for mistakes that their backline makes. So we basically telling our players every time you see a mistake, it takes too long to pass, pounce on it. So that there's going to be more pressure on the backline, because right now there's literally no pressure on them, right? Another thing you can do is to play with a higher mentality. When you do that, you're shifting your zones up marginally. Okay, Coates, Libero, Morita, nice. You look at the zigzag patterns we're going to get now from moving our ball up. Now we got zigzag patterns. Now I'm going to the zone, right? See, when I see something like that, when I know my player has done that, that's when I go low crosses. It's a time for us to add low crosses, because I can get my players now there, as in we can pass the ball very comfortably in that zone. So when I do that, I add low crosses. That's it. This is how you play with low crosses, because not every tactic actually plays well in low crosses. Hey, Torch, how are you, man? I want cutbacks, not cross heavy. No, low crosses only. Okay, the fact you put low crosses there doesn't guarantee you cutbacks. Yeah, does not guarantee you cutbacks. Remember, all instructions in the game are a tendency to do something. So you have to create a higher percentage for that to happen, right? Right now, you had nobody in the center of the park. You put them there by asking them to sit narrow. I have put them there. They're permanently sitting narrow now. So the difference is, so now the volante is here. These two guys are now goal scoring threats. I've got 3 goal scoring threats instead of 1. So now when these guys are pressing forward, we have 2 free guys. So he is a goal scorer now. He's a potential goal. He is just further down. And now see, we have created the space for these 2 guys now to shift higher up the pitch. So as a pressing forward, he'll be on the shoulder of the 2 defenders. The 2 defenders cannot afford to make a mistake. If I play poacher, then okay, if I wanted the 2 shadow, at least one of the shadow strikers to score a lot of goals, then I play the striker as a poacher. If I play a complete forward, then it becomes unpredictable. Sometimes they drop deep, or there's a lot of movement. If I'm a average side, I'll never touch. That's one role I don't touch with a 10-foot pole. In fact, the whole of Football Manager, right, I hardly touch the complete forward. I hardly played a complete forward. Yeah. Because it's like so specific to teams. Okay, so far I like what I see. Okay, so looking at the 2D again, it's important to continue to look at 2D. You know, when you lose the ball, right? What's the wing back is here? The 3 defenders are tight. This guy is not overcommitting. So what happens here? We got perfect, players who are ready. You know, if we win the ball, it's good. You know, we can put pressure on teams. Our shape is quite good. More importantly, see this? Very hard for them to get the ball out to these guys. They have to take more risky passes down the flanks. So if this guy has to play one, he can play it here, but we gotta work it through. You see what I said? I lost the ball. So one rule of football is, if you want to play football, if you want to create a very good tactic, right? Make sure that you make sure that your 2 banks of players, right, are in positions so good that they can't play the ball to them. This is when low crosses make sense. Because I got 3 guys in the box. So I got 3 targets instead of just 1. So you're going to do low crosses. Give your team a chance to score a lot of goals with low crosses. So if you play like this, your 5-2-2-1 becomes very, very strong. And it is a way better system instead of applying PIs. Right? If you put PIs in your tactic, I mean, like one moment they're wide, one moment they're narrow, one moment it's exactly like, you know who or not? Manchester United versus Ipswich, right? In the first 15 minutes before Ugarte showed up. Okay, when I was watching United play Ipswich, right, it was like the players had no idea what they were supposed to do out wide. In the first half, you know, sometimes I would see their wing back and their winger holding hands on the flanks. I'm going like, no man, this is not the way Ruben Amorim plays. Ruben Amorim will expect either his wing back to go wide or super narrow, or the winger to go wide, super narrow. He doesn't have both of them there at the same time. This way, they create the tension and the pressure on opposition fullback defender channels. So when they have those players in that channel, the fullbacks have a problem. Who do we mark? And then the central defenders have another problem. There's a player coming in that channel. So it becomes a really difficult zone to handle. Liverpool are doing that. Maresca is doing that with Chelsea. Jabi Alonso did it with Bayer Leverkusen. A lot of managers are now specifically attacking their channel. You know that the Kevin De Bruyne half-space cross is almost gone, because now whenever teams play that, we want to put a player here and do a half-space diagonal. That's even harder to pull off now because teams are expecting this. Now the new managers, what they're doing is they're attacking this channel here, making it even harder for teams to defend. So like Ruben Amorim's favorite pass is actually the short 6-yard tick over the top, just like Arne Slot. Arne Slot is the same thing as well. If there's no way Pep draw from 3-0 to 3-3, no, Pep Guardiola, like I said many times before, Pep is a manager. He needs a specific breed of players for him to do well. If those players are not there, Pep's systems will all fall apart. They will fall apart. His system cannot be played by average players. He has got to have a world-class DM. World-class this, world-class that. I mean, how many teams can afford Pep Guardiola, man? That's why has any team come to Pep and said, Pep, will you take over our squad? Did Real Madrid go to, we want Pep Guardiola on the only team, maybe Real Madrid. But even then, they will say, we want, hey, Pep, we brought in Kylian Mbappe, fit him into your team. So if you do something like this, you're going to have a lot more options in the final third. You'll like put pressure on defenders. The defenders can't come out of their zone. So if you want this is something you should try. This is actually 5-2-2-1, right? One of my first creations on FM24 was a 5-2-2-1. This is a relatively safe 5-2-2-1. It's balanced. You're not putting too much pressure on your team. Apart from one broken leg here. I will just play this guy. We got no time to worry about, are you okay? Do you want me to hold your hand? We're just sticking players. I don't even know whether they are ready to play or not. Okay. I have no idea who they are. He's become so stressed that he scratched his head and blood. He's in trouble. I think that. Yes, but Liverpool also have the issues. We are playing Real Madrid and Manchester City back to back. I mean, it's a great time to play Man City. I agree. See, look, pressing forward, perfect position. Defenders winning. You see, what are you looking for? Are you winning the second ball? We did, you know. We got Mickey Mouse out there. Can't help. I can't help it. He's a Mickey Mouse. So I removed the hard tackle, right, and close down more on those central defenders. So the central defenders don't step out. Who comes in? The wing backs, which is what you want. You want to make it, when you play with a back five, right, you want to make it so that their only solution is to drop a ball as a cross. Because they will have a very hard time doing that. You got 3 central defenders to be able to defend this. See, the wing back now, there's a natural overlap. He's high, position higher. He's a bit more aggressive. Good position for him to be in. I don't worry about it, man. I'm glad it's helped you out, Midoriya. I really am glad it helped you out. But we'll do this more. And then for the guys on Discord, right? So I've already put up the link for what's it? I put up the link for the saves. Yeah, I know you guys have. One of you asked me to look at the save, and I did it on the stream. I said don't put a link up, and I put it on Discord, but I think you guys put it somewhere else. So zany. Yeah. I just popped in a thread. I just opened a new sub channel for you guys. There's going to be another sub channel coming for the guys who are playing the other games, right? There's another sub channel for all you Black Myth Wukong fanatics and you Elden Ring fanatics, right? So we can have our little chats there. Then if you want to do gameplay, you want to do one-on-ones, yeah, anything, pop it in there, man. Okay, good. So we can watch this on, yeah, I like watching it like this. The reason why I prefer 3D to 2D, 2D I only do it for positional awareness, right? But you can after a while tell it on 3D. But 3D I see reactions of players. See what I mean? The wing back is in a brilliant position. That's a cutback. That's a cutback. That's the kind of cutback you want. And you get that when you play a wing back, not a complete wing back. I don't like complete wing backs. They are neither here nor there. Half the time they roam me. They think they're Maradona. They think they're some world-class playmaker. Edwards comes there, he goes, links up well. Because that is caused by your focus play. Right? That is your focus play at work. You need to know when your team instruction is at work. Yeah. Great ball. I took a shot. I should have done a cutback, but never mind. It's a good performance. I like how your tactic played out in the end. I will use this, no? I thought you only hate inverted wing. I know I hate a lot of rules. Inverted wing back, complete forward is the other one I dislike. Complete wing back is another one I dislike. Yeah. I only see complete wing backs in 4-1-3-2s. Yeah. 4-1-3-2s, 4-3-1-2s. That's the only time I think, yeah, maybe they have a place in that tactic. Yeah. All right. So I think that your tactic, I think if you wanted to play narrow, my suggestion is if you want your tactic to have narrow settings for these two, I wouldn't play them here. I would play them here like this. So my recommendation for your tactic is very simple. First, let's continue because apparently we can't click. So my recommendation is play a Shadow Striker here, AMS, asking him to move into channels. You can ask him to take more risks as well. Then come in here, change his role for heaven's sakes to pressing forward on attack. Shadow Striker, ask them all to mark tight attack harder in the final third. Come in here, change his role to a wingback on attack. Change his role to a wingback on support. I've maintained what you're doing. Now, you don't need to take more risks and shoot less often. You don't need to do the same for this. Just remove the stay wider. He will now naturally stay wider. Here, don't play a ball playing defender because they dribble and sometimes play one over the top. What you want them is to link so you can drive down the flank more effectively. Remember, you're using focus play. I'm just paying attention to your team instructions. Now, close down more is a major no-no here. Okay, if he goes missing, if he's too high up the pitch, he overcommits. Your liberos in the center, you open the goal up. So what you want is this instead. Wide center backs. And then you can remove this and remove this. Now, what you can do here is if you're really playing defensively into the final last couple of minutes, you can do this as well. Man mark tighter. This can help in a 3-man defense if you're trying to defend. Other than that, low crosses only if you can go down to the byline. Be more expressive is fine. You can actually remove this. I don't see any gain from this. But low crosses is not if you can get onto the byline, do it. Yeah, then use it. So overall, I think you're better served doing this. If that's what you were trying to achieve, a really, really strong back 5. Okay, now let's go. Oh, no. Stop. Go on holiday. Next match. Let's see what we got. Okay, Dropbox. We got 442 spellbinding with poison. Man, you're making me laugh. Don't at my age, too much laughter, I might die young. So. Yeah, it's got to do with my last night's adventures with Wukong, man. Once again, guys, if you want to watch the stream, always going to be on YouTube immediately, so you don't have to worry anymore. It's always going to be on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Tactic. Next tactic. It's gonna be this. I didn't do the other tactic, lah. I'm an idiot. I did one, I didn't do the other. That's terrible. Let me all right, you never thought. Okay. And then we got you never thought, right? Okay, you never thought is here. Oh yeah, we got you never thought. Really losing it today. Then we got the spellbinding build. Okay. We'll worry about the spellbinding build later because knowing Kimpimoni is a crazy tactic. Huh? Use my tactic versus a very small team. No. Kimpimoni's tactic first. I don't care. You gotta try tactics out against all teams, what? You only play this tactic. What? You only play your tactic against very small teams. No way, man. We play your tactic against all teams. Okay, just to see what it's like. Drink out, tackle ada, masala attack. This is suicide football. Bola goes up, this guy comes in, this guy comes in, this guy goes there, this guy comes in. And Tisa, I mean, look, seriously, there's nobody defending the flanks or the center for that matter. In fact, anybody behind this line, the super keeper is probably. I pray to God today I live to see another day. I'll pray to God. I hope I believe in Diego Maradona's style of defending, where the defenders they become defensive midfielders. There are no backlines because we score more goals than the opposition. Love it, man. I like this tactic. I'm not making fun of the tactic. I just think, we have to play it. Juste, Ignacio, maybe 2 decent ones. Santos, Escagio, they're good enough. Morita, they're good enough. Goncalves is good enough. Gokeres. Yeah, let's go. This is why I feel like you're watching using spellbinding with poison. Hey, it's because the boss didn't allow me to stack poison on him. You saw the fight a lot. I ended up fighting a lot of spirits. How do you poison a spirit? You can't. This bloody thing doesn't even have blood. So I'm like, dude, seriously, I can't get a poison effect on. Right. I don't know if the stone monkey. I'm going to try poisoning the stone monkey. He's stone monkey for a reason, right? I'm going to try and poison him as well. Dude, I just do crazy things in the game. Yeah. Yeah, I just love having fun. I think we should all have fun. Life's too short to take things seriously, right? I mean, don't follow my Twitter feed in that case. I just condemn governments on the Twitter feed for blaming inflation for the rising cost of living. And I said, I'm sick and tired of hearing the argument was the global core inflation rate has in fact been going down. Okay. So you can't exactly blame inflation anymore. Okay, it's your government policies that are causing the problem. I was having that conversation on Twitter. So Twitter is a bit crazy, you know. Hulmand, Paulinho, looking at your tactic is looking quite good. Well, off the start, the goal carrier defender is not coming back. The inverter wing backs looking for the space that we go. Ignacio, the defender, has to come out so early. Oh my god. Hey, another one, the libero spotlight spotted that. And here we go. Trincao with the attack. He goes wide. He sees. Oh, what a run from Trincao. He's brought down. Nuno Santos with the ball. Your tactic is doing okay, man. Away from home, even, no? And a strike. Hey, transition is looking quite good. They're not too bad. They're not too bad, man. Oh, thanks, man. Midoriya. The chat overlays are different. You know, I'm gonna make you guys on YouTube feel a bit special too. At least when you guys say something, the guys on Twitch can see what you're asking, right? And because the guys on Twitch, they can see what they're asking all the time. I'm just trying to figure a way out for me to pop those overlays out with a click of a button, which is what I'm doing with YouTube. With YouTube is straightforward. I click the button, the overlay comes up. Yeah. It's pretty easy. Even if I had a moderator, all the moderator needs to do. I have the tool. I just have to like teach some of the moderators how to use it. Yeah. Twitch is a bit more complicated. If the Twitch guys want to do it, but it's a bit of work. So I'm thinking now, like, you guys are doing it for fun. You know, most of the time I'm asking you to be moderator so you can share links. Zelweski, defensively is a bit shaky. If you have really fast wingbacks, I think so, but you know, 9 out of 10 times I probably wouldn't use it. Yeah. What do you want me to do with this tactic, Impy? You want me to like say it's improve it? If I improve it, you know what goes in the center, right? 2 ball winning midfielders. You know what goes to the inverter wingbacks, right? Become false fullbacks. Yeah. So what do you want? Yeah. You want them to play like this? I mean, they still look at that, you know, because of the sheer amount of creativity and the fact that your center is always porous, your inverter wingbacks will always pull out of position. I mean, you can play this, but there's no fixer for this. Because I know you like inverter wingbacks. But I would change the inverter wingback to the false fullback. But I won't. Sorry, you can't. This is one time when you are forced into using the inverter wingback. Because the Mazala goes into a half space, so you need somebody in front of the defenders. So this is the one time I will say you better play with the wingbacks. Yeah. Trequartista and complete forward a bit. Is a bit way out there. I think Trequartista and Poacher, how's about that? Trequartista and pressing forward. I think that those could be the roles. You see, when you play inverter wingbacks, you're always going to have a situation where the flanks are exposed. Always. It's almost always. Because your inverter wingbacks will get tied in the second half, the flank gets exposed. You can't defend it. I will just put it out there. It's one of the hardest things to do in Football Manager is to defend your flanks if using an inverter wingback. And in real life too, just go ask Mr. Pep Guardiola. Seems to realize that now when he's got average fullbacks in his side or aging fullbacks and he's going, oh no, we're conceding goals left, right and center. Because Pep Guardiola's systems cannot be played by players over the age of 33. That's when they get found out. They all have to be peak prime footballing age, 27, 28 years old. So it won't work for those teams. Yeah. So you see that where that cross came from. That cross came from the flanks. Yeah. So it's an inherent problem for that tactic. See, I said it. It's gonna if you insist on this setup, go ahead. But I can't fix it for you. It won't work. You gotta tear it all apart. Yeah. And you can only play this with like very weak sides. And then again, what's the point? You want a tactic to work against as many teams as possible because it's your identity. But You get inside. I can see how you will score lots of goals. The transitions right through the middle. Having a track helps you out a lot. Having a complete forward, maybe not so much. For once, right, I'm gonna change this immediately while the players are fit. We gotta change this into a poacher instead of a complete forward and support. Because remember, the track also drops deep, right? And then bust a gut to get into the final third. So your double combination, but this is too mazala, so good Lord help us. In fact, I think, right, you don't need two liberos. What you need is one ball playing defender. Okay, only one ball playing defender. So you got a last man defending. See that? Because the other libero always drop deep. Okay, nice. Koiko Reyes drops a bit deep. Gets it into it. And we almost get the equalizer. And this after I changed the role. And remember, why did I use a poacher? Poacher always links up play. Always. I know complete forwards do the same too. They purposely miss just to make you look bad, right? That's your rationale behind it. You want your tactic to be tactic of the week again. We've had quite a few tactics of the week from you guys. Yeah, some sensational tactics I've seen. Yeah. If you're coming from if you're using a public link later, know that I will not be playing all the tactics. I'll be talking about some. And if you're on Discord and you use the links that are on Discord, I will have to play the tactic through. Yeah, just to FYI. So if you're a subscriber on the channel, definitely I'll be playing your tactics through. Oh, Imori, they're all missing on purpose, man. But yeah, I will try and play as many tactics as I can today. Yeah, definitely. Looking at these, man. Nuno Santos with the ball. What's he gonna do? He finds Morita Trincao again. There's a bit of Diego Maradona. They're trying to do the unpredictability thing. Okay, all right, that's it. Back gap opened already. Thanks to the inverter wing back. Yep, goal. No, he missed. Roma is letting us off easy. Diomande. Oh no. Oh, Escayo. That was dangerous, man. Howman, the Bazaar, plays it to Goico Reyes. There's a lot of movement. Yeah, but then I don't know, man. I don't know how to make this better. I don't know how to improve this. I honestly, if you want to maintain what you're doing, the challenge is those inverted wing backs who I find they don't give us much because of the tactic. Okay, look, I'm gonna change this guy to a ball winning midfielder. Change this guy to a ball winning midfielder. Change this guy into a fullback on attack. Change this guy into a fullback on attack. Change this guy and ask him to, you know where I'm going with this, right? Sit narrow guy inside with the ball. Sit narrow guy inside with the ball. Change this guy. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do with this guy. CM on attack. Or rather, we'll do box to box. Don't ask me if this is gonna work. I have absolutely no idea. I'll play defender. Ibero on defend. This guy will go up. This guy will come in. This guy will come in. This guy will go here. This guy will go here. This guy will drop here. This guy will come up. Just the box. Okay. Could work. And then we will remove the low cross. Rest. Okay. All right, we can do that. We'll invite crosses so we stay a bit narrow when we have to lose the ball. Our left and right backs have both got yellow cards. Genny, is he any good? No. God help us if he has to come on, man. Jerry St. Just, he's not so bad. Okay, all right, we get fresh legs in. Santos, you're on your own. I can't help you here. Okay, you collapse. No one's coming to help you. Fresneda puts his hand up. I'll do it. Okay. So we got two fresh fullbacks. No excuses now. Except the left back has got no experience. Okay, so I got with ball winning midfielder and I've got with wingers on attack and I've taken invite crosses and then we lose the ball and we got four at the back. Yeah, now this is slightly different. It's slightly different take on your tactic. Except I don't use Mazalas on the tank. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not saying it's gonna work. Just trying to tweak it in a different direction. Okay, good work. We won the ball and we released Paulinho. Paulinho looks around. He's the trequartista. Right. Because he's a trequartista, he's gonna do a lot of samba football. He thinks he's the world's greatest player with the ball at his feet. Yeah, I tell you what we'll do. We'll go advance forward. Advance. We don't do advance forward. Doesn't make sense. Deep lying forward and tank. Okay, all right. Taken out the trequartista. A lot of your roles just disappeared. Trequartista went out. I gone with the poacher. We got two wingers on the tank. They might come into the area in the final third. I've hired the two goalposts to be part of our team, as you can see there. Ignacio, good ball. Juice. Now we pull that fullback out, right? Yeah. This is why the false fullback is one of the most powerful roles in the game right now. The false fullback will always pull somebody. Will always pull a winger out of position. You can always get the player away. Now the problem in this tactic, right? Do I have it here? No, we don't. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. We're gonna be more expressive. Add this in. Just leave it like that. 4-4-2s are a meta as well in Football Manager. Very, very strong. But like all tactics, you need the players for them. Don't have it, then every tactic is a meta for them. If you have the player for it. The real meta is what? No. In this game of Football Manager is acceleration, aggression, work rate. You find a play with all three and professionalism, you got yourself the meta. It's never the role. It's always the player. So you'll be fine. That's a bit sad to say this, but Football Manager's always played that way. It hasn't really changed over the years. Okay, we got our two wingers are tired, so we have to bring them off. I mean, we're playing a lot better. At least I see it that way. Feel free to disagree, I'm sure. Okay, Genny. I don't know. I think it's about time you try Kapa. Whoever this guy is, Rafael Kapa. You know why I wanted to put him on? His name sounded cool. Then I looked at his attributes and I went like, no, his attributes are not cool. So we'll have to put one of these guys. I think we got no choice. Rafael Camacho, can you show up? And Jenny. No idea. We just went from two solid players to two I don't know where they're coming from. Box to box is tired. That's the last change. Okay, all right. We're in the final third. That's not too bad. Brakanka will come. I think he's off the ball. Okay. And then we have no striker to take off. Okay, that's it. Yeah, looking good in the second half, man. I would recommend keep simplifying your tactic. Yeah, it's not every time you build a 4-4-2, it's bad. It's like understand your rules and spaces. 4-4. This is one of the reasons why I always say if you can master the 4-4-2, you will make all kinds of glorious tactics. You'll be so good at making tactics. You'll be unbelievably freakishly good. Yeah. You'll be coming up with super tactics all the time. I'm telling you this for a fact. It's when you don't know how to make a 4-4-2 that you struggle. Because 4-4-2 disciplines you in terms of thinking about the space. Where is this guy? How do I take control of this space? You cannot make excuses because you're two banks of four already. And it's the most efficient in terms of controlling space. Right. So then it becomes where can I move the players to? That's it. You'll be fine. I think you should ask all those guys who came to me for help last time. Man. Ask them what tactics that I made them play with for like a few weeks long. Right. Every one of them, I want to see your tactic. I want to see a counter attacking 4-4-2. I want to see attacking 4-4-2. Yeah. And I need you to break down the transitions for me. So they have to play their tactics, right? And then they have to break down the transitions as it happens. And eventually all became quite good at making tactics because that's how you master the game. And the best one to do it with is the 4-4-2. Yeah. 4-4-2 will teach you more than any other tactic in the game. That's why I don't like the 4-3-3. It's one of my, in fact, right now the one tactic I detest the most is 4-3-3. It gives you this false idea that it's an attacking tactic when in reality it's one of the most defensive formations in the game because it defends with 7 players. Oh. All right. Okay, after this, we're gonna take a look at some of the tactics that have appeared from elsewhere. Yeah, we'll switch later, but so far, I would suggest you avoid. Okay, one thing I noticed about you when you make 4-4-2 tactics, you're almost always using inverted wingbacks. Now, I would suggest avoiding inverted wingbacks like the plague in a 4-4-2. Yeah, I don't even think that you're going to be scoring a lot of goals with inverted wingbacks. One way you could use inverted wingbacks is if but then if you use inverted wingbacks to go and attack, it's like the flanks, you're going to have a support duty there. It kind of kills the whole idea of attacking, right? Because you got another winger that's going, hey, you know what? I've got to protect this zone while my inverted wingback goes into the final third. What's the point? Then you cannot have all the channels flooded with players. So let's go to key highlights. I think, or is overall, I think that's how I changed the tactic. Let's see if we got any other tactics coming in. Okay. Oh, okay, looking at the public Discord. The public. Okay, we got 3 tactics. We got 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys. Whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. And if you are on either, if that's your tactic coming in, please let me know in chat. So at least I know. You can share with me your challenges as well. Like, what's the reason why how do you struggle? If you're showing off. If you're struggling, I don't know what's going on. How are you trying to improve the tactical system? That would be helpful. Yeah. One thing as well, don't go out there and use somebody else's tactic and give me like, oh, what do you think of this tactic? It's beaten me in a network save. And I want you to tell me how to beat the tactic. I'm like, dude, seriously? Somebody else's tactic? It should be your tactic, yeah. As far as possible, if you can. That'll be nice. Wow, that's cool, man. I did that. It's a cool swap. I know how to do that. I need to find out how I can do that. Doing certain things with my computer. Okay. All right, done. So we got. I think we extracted it, right? So we got 3 tactics in there. All right, tactics. Load. Now we got 316. Interesting. Halfback dropping in here, wingback going up, wingback going up. Very aggressive. But this is correct. I mean, I don't think this tactic is any bad, man. The problem with this tactic is this, okay? He drops into a tree, you got nobody to help you channel the ball up except for these 2. The problem with this kind of systems is the transitions will fail here most of the time for you because your shadow striker, you're depending on this guy to drop a bit deeper. So my advice is don't play with a halfback. Play with a DM on support. Now when you do your transitions, right, they will build out. And you don't play a complete forward, just play with a pressing forward attack. You don't need a guy roaming here. You need somebody pinning their defense down. So is it an advanced forward, poacher, but definitely not the complete forward. You don't want him roaming because this guy is attacking. So you can have a poacher with a shadow striker. There's nothing wrong with this. He's gonna hold the defender's attention. This guy goes in. Or you can, if you want some, you gotta play with a very good movement. Play pressing forward. But I would avoid the complete forward. Gives you too much unpredictable. Now inside forwards. Okay, I can see this. Yeah, you could. I mean, it's a high risk tactic because you got a halfback here. just now. I wouldn't use halfback. Remove this and remove this. Yeah, then wing backs are fine. Stay wider. You don't really need this instruction for these guys. Yeah. And then, yeah, all these instructions don't really help you. Yeah, they're gonna affect your defensive transitions. I would just leave the instructions alone, right? Anything else, the best instructions here are mark, tie, and tackle harder. Pressing forward. If you just keep it like this, this tactic suffers if you play only got short passing. This wingback's gonna run up the ball all the time. What you want to do is actually, what you can do is underlaps, because underlaps will hold up. The widest player is going to hold up the ball looking for an inside run or an outside run. This can help your tactic. The other thing you can do with this tactic is actually sit narrow car inside the ball. Sit narrow car inside. Instead of going wide, which is not your friend, they are coming in to give him more options to pass the ball. Then you got inside forwards here, you got shadow striker. So what you can do is put a really good player here who's great on the ball. Step up more is not your friend in this tactic. You can go all the way and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Step up more is not your friend, because every time the ball is going to be here, your players are going to be stepping up. And when that happens, your backline gets opened. I don't know how many times you've seen that in your transitions, but have you ever seen your backline struggling because the ball comes through too quick? That's usually because of step up more. So I would play something like this and then keep it simple. I mean, I would probably look at this side being a winger, because a winger will give you a lot of width. This guy's gonna come inside, right? Your wing. When you play something like this, you can have like a situation where on one side of the pitch, right, this guy's going out, this guy's gonna be inside. You can play inside. If you want to, you can play inside for the guarantee that happening. Then on the other side, you can play wing back going this way. This guy can be the winger, giving you width. This guy comes in. Hey, my T-Zux, thanks for the 11 months, brother, on Prime. Thank you, sir. Brilliant. How are you doing, man? All right, so this could definitely work for you. All right, so I would just change it to something like this. Okay, next one. We got Cinderella. Oh, this is way too defensive, man. This is dangerous, no, this tactic, because what's going to happen is you definitely got underlaps going. Why? Okay, early ball is going to go out. Liberos are coming in. Volantes are pushing up. I mean, this is probably wouldn't do this. I'll probably play 3 liberos. Why would you want to play 2? Why stop at 2? Hey, the world needs more children, no? So why stop at 2? You should go for 3, man. I'm good, man. I think this tactic is gonna struggle, because you drop back into defense. You're playing one defender like this, right? Libero is coming up. Volante is going up. He's gonna shift this guy to the side, this guy to the side. Okay. All right, I get. Whenever the Volante comes here, he goes here, inverted wing back. Why don't you play this role? I mean, I don't know if this is gonna work, right? You're gonna have to try it out. Play a DLF on attack instead of poacher. DLF might drop. This might help you in your final third, because it might give you an option. No? I would, okay, if you want to keep this up, play the ball playing defense. Liberos and support, no need this. I don't know. Enough. No need to do too much. Yeah. These guys are fine. Okay, so they will come up the pitch, they'll hold this position. This guy's gonna go in, this guy's gonna be the last man. Right? Volante is already taking Morris dribbling forward. So these guys sit in the midfield as DMs. This guy will give you like a nice 5. You get a nice wedge. Yeah, and then shadow strikers here. That's why we're using a DLF on attack, so you can drop in and hold up the ball. And that's gonna be the way it's gonna work for this tactic. Now, I'm not saying this is gonna be fantastic. Will work a lot. Will work fantastically. In fact, yeah, I'm not optimistic, but I think these are the changes I will make if you want to maintain this tactic. Okay, so DLF. Remove the instructions you have on these guys. Yeah, backline, and let me know how it works out for you. Volanteless. Oh my god, shadow striker formation. Enganche, box to box. Okay, can work. Fullback, no. You don't need fullbacks on support. Why don't you play? No, play fullback on attack. Yeah. Don't play fullbacks, so you can play fullbacks on attack. Your tactic is safe. Yeah. Don't boom, 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 boom. Entire opposite. Don't ever go wide. Don't go wide. You're doing the exact opposite of wide. You want to go narrow because narrow will encourage your players to use these guys more. And then what will happen is when these guys see an opportunity, they will play a through ball. Your Enganche will see a lot of love in this formation like this. So this is how you're going to get your tactic to jack it up. Now, positive is not a good mentality for strikerless tactics. You don't want to use regroup ever with a strikerless tactic. It's almost counter press. Distribute to playmaker is never going to help you out. Yeah. Throw it long. Yeah, they can. Don't distribute every time they're going to give the ball to this guy. Instead, you want them. Yeah, you can. I mean, you could put tackle harder. They just commit earlier. What you can do instead is to make sure you protect the flanks. You invite crosses. Your players become a bit narrow. Just go here. You won't know when you do. Do you know when you do this? When you're playing an ultra low block, very defensive low block. Yeah. Then you drag. But not when you're not playing a low block. Okay, so do this. You want them to press. Throw it long is fine if they're kind of goalkeeper. This guy close down, ease off tackles. No need, man. Opposite. Mark tractor tackle hard. Get them to hound the defense. I would recommend always to hound the defense. Go in and then Enganche got nothing to do. Leave him alone. Box to box, close to no, don't need. Tackle harder on midfielders is always a very bad option. And close down more because they lose. They always get out of position. We always lose their position. Okay. You want to take more risks, right? Play roaming playmaker. Then you got a lot of players moving up. But I wouldn't do that. Deep line playmaker on support is enough. Ball playing defender, tackle hard. I remove all these tackle harders. You don't need to. The only players you should ever put tackle harder on is either this group or these two. But if you're playing invite cross, you never have to tackle hard. Then you're just allowing them to come. Okay, what's going to happen is your players still maintain a narrow shape. So you're only allowing for crosses to come in. If your players are good at the air to deal with crosses, you're safe. Then you can redistribute the attack pattern. You can reinitiate the attack pattern really quickly. Messed up, thanks for the follow. So you can reinitiate the attack. Once again, if you missed out on the show, I know on Twitch, right? You got to watch the show. You got to wait for it to be published and all that jazz. But the beautiful thing is you can watch the replay almost instantly on YouTube. So if you don't know what the YouTube channel is, it's BTN Live. BTN Live. That's it. BTN Live. It's like Big Ten Network Live. Do you remember the Big Ten Network? Apparently, when you do a search for BTN Live, you get the Big Ten Network. Old Big Ten Network. 10 years ago, man. Okay. All right, we got one more tactic, right? I think... Okay, let's see. Matty ball, your tactic. Oops. Dropbox AI. No. Alpha. He's still in alpha, man. Don't waste my time. Okay. Download. An extremely Matty ball tactic. I can't wait to see it. Okay, we're gonna take these out and delete them. And we go to downloads. We got a spellbinding tactic, and you never talk about me. Matty Ball 6. Matty Ball, you've how many tactics already? Tactics of the week. You got a few, right? Let's see. How many tactics of yours belong into the category? I will find out later. You got quite a few, I think. You got one or two. I think Amirul's record has been broken. I'm pretty sure Amirul's record has been broken. Amirul did three back-to-backs. All his tactics were almost unbeatable at the start. And now he's taking part in a football manager competition. He's taking part in a local football manager competition. I haven't seen it. I have to catch it on Facebook. It's in my neighborhood. But apparently, I found out about it too late. They already registered the teams. Yeah. So Amirul, one of our own, babe. Okay, so we got this Matty Ball Extreme Halfback. Wow, I think this is going to be quite interesting. Halfback will drop into the pocket, either here or here. Regista, okay, nice. I like the fact that you're using a Regista. You got inverter wingback also coming in here with this guy. This is going to be interesting. Not my favorite role, but I just want to see whether you can make it work, man. Register, again, I like the, okay, dribble more. You want him to do cut inside with the ball, inside forward, sit narrower, or complicated for your tactic. Shoot less often. This guy comes in, this guy goes around, pressing forward. Okay, nice. A lot of movement in your tactic. Potentially quite nice movement. Because the regista is going to hold his position. Got ball playing defender coming in. You got kind of like a last man here, but this guy pushes up. So you got to get a zigzag pattern to build out your play. Yeah. Which is something I am a big fan of. So I was influenced by Fernando Diniz and his ladder. Yeah. So a lot of my tactics for a while became the step ladder. I don't know if you guys noticed it. That's why the libero became such a big inclusion in all my tactics, because I wanted to create the zigzag pattern. So I think yours is the potential to do the same. Okay, let's watch. So this is our goalkeeper. This is our players. These are our players. Maybe on 2D you'll see it a bit more. Okay, so he gets the ball. Hamlin. Okay, how many options does he have? There we go. Okay, now he's got, this guy will drop. No, he didn't. Okay, all right. At least he got the ball in. There has to be a tweak in your system, because you can get that movement. I think it's got to do with your AM. Your AM on support. But still, it's still a nice tactic. Why don't you use an AP? Was there any reason why you didn't want to use an AP? Is it because you think you already got a playmaker and you don't want to use a playmaker? That should never be the reason. Yeah. So, why didn't you use an AP in the AM slot? That's my question. Because it can't be because you wanted another second striker. You played a shell striker there instead, right? So why did you not pick an AP? Because you are gonna allow yourself, you're gonna give yourself a big headache for the build-out pattern. Yeah, you're gonna have a big issue. And then the one of the reasons why I've never personally used the cover defender option in Form Manager is because you get a staggered defense. FM UNC 92K, tier 1 for 11 months. Another legend has entered the house. How are you, sir? How are you, sir? So how do you approach attacking top sides that use 5 at the back versus you? I play with false fullbacks against those kind of systems. If they have a back 5, the challenge with a back 5 is this, right? When you attack a back 5, you are more or less encouraged to attack the flanks. That's the problem. And then that's a system they defend well against, because you end up doing crosses. You got 3 defenders there. So how do you give them a defending dilemma? Instead of attacking them by the flanks, you attack them in the channel between the fullback and the central defender. So you want to put as much pressure there as possible. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, you want to play wingers with false fullbacks, or you can play with inside forwards with overlapping fullbacks. That way, you always have somebody putting pressure on their zone. It could be an inside forward. It could be inside, or like wingers even playing opposite the flank of their preferred foot. As long as you have a player cutting inside from that position, you can apply pressure. But personally, for me, the way I play it, I play with wide players on attack duty. I also play fullbacks on attack duty, but I play them as false fullbacks. They're attacking the channel, and the wingers are stretching, keeping those fullbacks occupied. So this forces those central defenders to step out to engage players. When they do, their defense falls apart, because now I can play a through ball. So that's how I do it. Would you use an AP on attack and say, I will use an AP on support? FM UNC 92K, were you the one that submitted the save? Was it you? I don't think so, right? Wasn't you, right? I think it was Zany. And then somebody came and said, I want to submit. I have a problem with what I said. For your tactic, you need to make a couple of changes. Because you're during the build-up phase, right, your ball loses itself in midfield. So whenever your transitions kind of show that you're losing the ball in midfield, like your midfield is the problem. You see the halfback, got here, then you got the ball here. Okay, center, he goes, boom. You're going to lose the ball in the midfield transition. You lose the ball in the midfield transition. You cannot even get the ball from the midfield transition. When you can't even initiate an attack, right? There's something wrong with your defense and your midfield role choices. Always it's going to be that. Because if you can get your role combinations in defense and midfield correct, right? Then you'll never have a problem. In that case, should I put the striker? No, we'll see in the second half. I have to look at the tactic. And right now, I'm having this problem. Right now, I hate picturing it. You want a wing back to do the flying overlap, right? I can see what you're trying to do with the tactic. But having the halfback, you see, this thing about Football Manager is this, right? Every time you think, okay, the wing back is going to go attack, who's going to help me defend? And then people put a halfback, that's it, game over for you. Because there's no such thing. In Football Manager, right? Football Manager is a zero-sum, almost a zero-sum game. You want to attack and score goals, you need to take risks. You can't mitigate the risk by choosing another role to come back and defend when that guy goes attack. The game doesn't work. The game might have players in positions that will help you defend, right? But you have to pick roles that don't move so much, like in the movement tier. Like of all the roles in the game, right? The one I never touch is halfback. You see, now you're getting all the roles I don't like. Inverted wing back, halfback, complete forward. The three roles I find they're unpredictable. They don't give you halfbacks. Don't give you a lot of love. We'll see. I'll have to make changes in the second half, right? So we have to. Your link up play is failing you. Your halfback is on 6.6. We're getting a goal. No, we're not even getting a goal there. Please use the role you hate for the next tactic. Never in a million years, man. I don't make tactics with roles I dislike. What's the point? I'm not trying to. This is not rock solid. This is not Black Myth Wukong. Yeah. Oh, you've never played rock solid. So now for the whole of NG6, which is the hardest level, we want you to play with rock solid. Is not the same thing, huh? Okay. You all are evil, I tell you, inherently, Yeah, DM. Remove, take few risks. Where is this? Okay, done. You. Shoot less often, not necessary. Okay. Inside, forward. Sit narrow. The moment I see sit narrow, sit. We play you as an inverted winger. Let's see. I'll just leave you alone. Okay, AP. Play with AMS. Support. You play you DLF, pressing for attack. Keep the. Let's not make it too overcomplicated. You coming here, register coming here. You protecting. You roaming playmaker on support. Better still, we go with Segundo Volante on attack. Okay. DM on defense. Done. Two ball playing defense. I'm taking a lot. I'm playing this differently, Playing defender on defend. Okay, done. Okay. All right, you now. Libero on support. Why do I have a Libero here? There's too much. Ball playing defender again. This one can dribble more and stay wider. Remove. Okay, done. Okay, now he's gonna come out with the ball. Inverted wing back. Not really sure what he's doing here, but okay, fullback on attack. It's narrow. Take this role. Let's see, narrow. Right inside of the ball. Okay, what have I done now? You had an inverted wing back coming in here, right? But you also, when you use inverted wing back, you also give yourself an issue. You got to defend this zone because he's always has to come back. Now, this guy will help us build the ball through the middle. But his priority when he is defending, he doesn't have a lot of, the moment he does his job here, he runs back. He protects the flank. Inverted wing back, the moment he does his job here, he stays here. So this flank is always vulnerable. There's a winger can get the ball. So the only time you will see him going back is if you lose the ball and they play a ball somewhere. What if they play the ball first to this zone? You're in trouble. So you're going to concede goals. Okay. What is this about mitigating risk? Yeah, no, I mean, don't play the roles thinking that you'll mitigate. Yeah. So now what we've done is DM on defense. This to mitigate. He's in the perfect position. No halfback coming in here. So if we need somebody to help us, he'll be doing it. Here, yeah, we'll just underlap left hand. I don't know. Why don't we just go inverted inside for an attack just for the fun of it? Why be so safe? Yeah. All right, now we want to watch this. We want to watch the transitions. That's all. So I want to see whether our midfield can build up ball. Of course, I'm taking a lot. I've gone to the other extreme of this tactic. Wait, hold on. Let's invite cross. Okay, invite. Attacking mentality. Yeah, invite cross. We are a bit narrower. Yeah, in defense. So I defend. I tell my players, you know what? I want to see more crosses. Yeah, he's so out of position, man. They scored a goal. Shish kebabs. They fella is supposed to invite. That's why I had invite cross. I don't want him to go out there. Yeah. I did not want that. I wanted him to tuck inside. I knew this was going to be a problem. So we conceded a goal because I didn't have enough crosses on. This tactic is cooking the Serie A for me. If it's cooking for you, good. I'm just making it cook for everybody, every other league. Good. That's it. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of tactics, right? They can work differently, you know. They work well in this league. They might not work because you look at the teams around you. If the tactic is working fine for you, brilliant. It's just that I felt that there were some weaknesses. Nice. They were roaming. We got a goal back. That's a beautiful goal. Simplicity at its finest. Okay, look at this, right? Because this guy's a roaming playmaker. This guy's the other libero. We got one libero, right? I think we have a libero. Roaming playmaker. You look at where these guys are positioned. We got all the players now waiting to attack the spaces. Okay, he's gone. He's gonna attack the space now. Yeah. So this, see, just now whoever was asking me about the someone is asking me how to attack with the 5 defenders, right? You want players in these positions with the ball. To do that, right? That's the reason why I'm a big fan of the false fullback. We will see the false fullback in FM25, but for now, the false fullback, the way you do it right now is to play fullback with this narrow inside position. It's one of the best roles in the game. Best hidden roles now. You won't find it. No. So we got one back. It's pressing. Okay, what have we got for a role there? I like this role. Okay, pressing forward, AP, being on attack. Okay, so the AP is like floating. No? Where's the AP now? That AP will be floating. Pedro is the AP, right? Yeah, Pedro is the AP. So the AP is floating. He's a link player now. So this guy is putting a lot of that. Pressing forward is putting pressure. And we got the winger on attack putting pressure. Right, of course the ball is going to go out here, but this guy will not react first. This, you see, if you play invite cross, right? If this boy gets the ball, he doesn't react. He's just going to wait. He might come out a bit, but he's not going to chase after him. Because if he chases after him, football 101, you never do that. Your coach is never going to let you play football again. See, stay done. Okay, does well. So they done well, defending the cross, defending the flanks. I like it. If your tactic is doing wonders for you, keep it up, man. Keep it up. This is the reason behind the show. It's not to critique your tactics. It's just to make you think about possible other options for your tactical system. That's it. Not to say, oh, your tactic is not good. No, that's not it. Unless you're Kimpy, of course. Kimpy. Always having fun with it. What do you consider the best combination with the register in a 4-2-3-1 midfield? The best combination with the register in a 4-2-3-1 midfield. Deep midfielder. Okay, register probably I'll play DM support. Oh, ball winning midfielder. But the trick about the register is this. It's the fact that because he's so static, right? I won't say static, but he doesn't really cover a lot of ground. So what you really want is like a role that does a lot of work beside him. So that's one of the reasons why I've always played like roles like the ball winning midfielder beside him, DMs. I don't play any other roles there. Yeah. I definitely don't play a role like a volante and I ask the volante to go forward. Then we're in trouble because if we lose the ball, the register needs to link up play. He ain't doing that, man. He's not moving to the left flank. Yeah. So that's what I would do. But like, we can't think of roles in isolation. We have to think about the other roles around the register. Now you know that he's not going to be doing a lot of like all over the pitch, right? So what happens on the right flank? Probably somebody on support. So that's why the Register, he's okay, it's a good role, but he's like very, very, very good in a 4-1-3-2. Nice. Yeah, I like my own tactic, my own version. The Brancanga coming in. See, everybody's marked, right? If he had a good long shot, it'd be cool. I like a ball winning midfielder with Regista. I see others on chat. Matty likes a ball winning midfielder with a Regista. That's actually a very good combination. Because a ball winning midfielder does the work a Regista is not going to do. Yeah, so you always got to think about your roles and how they work with other roles. So I didn't like his Regista in there. So what I did was, I wanted to create a system where this guy is going to punch up because we got this guy roaming. We got this fullback coming into the center. Now, he had an inverted wingback doing that. But the risk of that would be, if the inverted wingback was out of position, we open up this flank. Now, if you want, let's assume we're going back to his original version. So it's back to ball winning midfielder. Then we play a Regista. Right? We play Regista on support. Now we go back here and play inverted wingback on support. Or I would play, I'll play inverted wingback on support, not on defend. He has to go up because there's nobody else protecting this side of the pitch. Then this defender better be a faster defender. We put him here instead. This is another version of the same tactic you would do. 2 Regista is the way to go. Oh, God forbid. I wouldn't. He's gonna carry 2 Registers next week. If I only had the inverter in there because I was using the halfback on the other side. Oh, okay. Alright. But now I use an inverted wingback. The inverted wingback is chasing. You see the gap that's opened up when the inverted wingback is gone. So if you want to play inverted wingbacks like this, your ball playing defenders are gonna push up as well. So when you play inverted wingbacks, right, always make sure that your inverted wingback and your defender beside him are excellent. You can't play inverted wingback without thinking, hey, what about my defender? Is he good on the ball? So this is one of the reasons why inverted wingbacks, you will see very few teams in real life employing them. Yeah. And when they do, they need players that are capable of playing that role really well. And also the other players around them, they got to cover the slack. So if I were to use your tactic, right, I probably, you can also do it like this. But your issue was here. AP and support, and here the halfback, and this 2, you had a cover defend, right? So I just changed it like that. Play. You can, if you want to be a bit more aggressive, you can go ball with him. So he covers more ground now. So he will defend in front and behind him. So now we got a ball-winning midfielder with a Regista. The pair of them will be quite solid on the flanks. Just make sure the inverted wingback has got acceleration of anything higher than 14, not 15. Don't put there a guy who's 13, anticipation 9, concentration 2. Those kind of numbers, all you're gone. The flanks, like, good luck to you. Inverted wingbacks can be deployed in the game. I never said they can't be used, but you gotta think of them as assets that are gonna go forward. They're gonna go forward and attack. Then it makes sense. Then for some reason the game is gonna love them. Yeah, then after that, you want to play like that, we go wing on support. Now you watch what I do, right? Inverted wingback attack. Now I'm gonna have this inverted wingback rushing up the pitch to become a goal scorer. In this situation, right, would I play a halfback? No way. I'll play a role like a deep line playmaker or a DM. Deep line playmaker might be a bit risky, but I'll probably switch the Regista over to a DM. See down the Dio Monday here, he's now got to read every play that's happening. This other guy has to be able to, the other defender has to do the same thing. So these 2 boys now will have to cover for the inverted wingback who's charging up the pitch now. Because there's nothing wrong with doing this. I play with 1 defender in my transitions. You always see my flanks opening up and I score lots of goals. But it's a risk. Football Manager rewards you, if you are like thinking in terms of how many numbers can I get into the channel. The more you get, the higher your chances of scoring goals. Yeah, false fullbacks are phenomenal in the game. They're like cheat code, man, right now. because the computer is not using them. So they're introducing it next year. Because when they introduce it next year, it'll be, okay. Everybody will call. I guarantee you, right, the first 10 videos is the best role in the game, force fullback. The best role in the game, the force fullback. I guarantee you, the first 10 videos by the whole world will be the best role in the game, the force fullback. I'm saying it now. FM25, the best role in the game, force fullback. Okay. The force fullback. He's going to be creating a lot of chances because he's going to be playing like this. Yeah. So you get this ability now to dink a lot of these shorter passes into the area of score goals. The other team couldn't handle it. They lost the player. I mean, pity lah. We couldn't get the equalizer. We played quite well after the changes. Your tactic is not bad, man. It's quite nice. I like it. But you can play it your way also, like this. The role that I thought was the wrong one was here, the halfback, man. This, and I removed the narrow and I changed this to an AP. I play this as a PF. You can play your way, right? Can. Yeah, I can't decide where to remove. Okay. We got inverted wingback on I can play in inverted wingback on attack. I can play on support, man. Now, this guy can go hunting. No? But this defender becomes super important in attack. You better have one that's got very good awareness because he has to cover the gaps. And then this guy on support, right? So every time he goes on support, you look at the options he has. And he just runs down the flanks. This tactic can work. Challenging, I know, but it can work. Send the assistant. Let's see Discord. Discord, chat GPT. Tag with tweet. Oi! Amirul. Amirul is back. Chat GPT tactic. Ayo, chat GPT. Don't be like that, brother. Okay, this is a chat GPT tactic. Let's see. I have never used it. Okay. Maybe my ego is too big. The AI cannot beat me. I wonder, I think eventually we'll be able to, because the chat GPT uses the input from all the content that is out there in the world. Really, all the content is out there in the world to come up with the best system. So it's going to search, this is the best role, the meta, the best tactic, the best instructions. After that, ChatGPT will get all this based on everybody else thinking because there's nothing else to substantiate all this information. Then it goes to a forum where there's a post with 10,000 posts, the best tactic with the best instructions, and ChatGPT will process that. Okay, it's the best forum. Now go there. A lot of people are agreeing, therefore this is the correct one. So that's exactly how ChatGPT is going to work in a nutshell. Okay, just explaining to you guys. I might be wrong, but you see, I knew it. It's going to be a 4231 because ChatGPT went to the websites and all that. Came up with this AF inside forward, deep line fullback. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's not surprised. This is what I would like, the common way of setting it up. And then ChatGPT will say, shoot more often. The triple less hold up ball, shoot more often. Okay. Playmaker, shoot more often. DLP, the volante going forward. Yeah. Fullback, trust on bilateral, more around, whatever. Okay. Once again, all tactics. This is that I copied from article about it. Hey, Amirul, how are you, man? Usage manager tactic, it comes to 433. So so this is the Ipswich tactic. So how did you put it into ChatGPT and ChatGPT told you to change both? Is it? Out of curiosity. I'm just making assumptions here. No? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Because I was like, this must be ChatGPT coming out of tactic. Unless you tell me otherwise. I know you always create your own. You take it. How's your competition? Did you make it through the next round? How did your team do, man? How's your football manager regional competition in the country? If you want to whisper, you can whisper. Don't worry. You shy. Also can. If I'm talking to the champion, also must let. Currently, you're into the last 16. Well done, man. One of our own. Through to the last 16. I found out about it too late. I want to register too late. They don't accept me. Always find usually I don't know, man. It's like Malaysia, right? I'm in Singapore. How? We Singaporeans don't have our own competition. Whippy Lashy, how are you, my brother? How are you? How are you doing? Okay. So if you're on YouTube and you've got questions, just let me know. Like Torch, right? He's dabbled with the halfback and has had mixed results. True. Yeah, I agree. Halfback is not a consistent. It's like you gotta. it's like making. I don't know, man. Building your own atom bomb or something like that. No, I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna get flagged on YouTube, man. So it's more like you're trying to create something that is so difficult that you got to think of all the perfect combinations. That's why when I'm playing halfback, that's why I think. Yeah. Because you got a role that takes up two positions, goes back and then goes forward. Then you got to think, oh shit, when he goes forward, he has to go back. Or he's going forward, now I got to worry about the back. This is one of the reasons why when people do the halfback libero combination, I singularly think that's the worst combination of the whole game. To waste your time. Halfback libero, they're just switching positions. If that's what you wanted, why didn't you play DM while playing defender? It's the same thing, right? The problem is when they switch positions and there's a transition and they're switching positions during the transition, that's when you start losing. So like the worst combination, singularly the worst combination in the game, halfback libero. Hands down the worst in my book. Yeah. So I did it during the demo, right? During the demo stage, the beta stage, I was doing it. I was like laughing and laughing and laughing because it was so funny to watch. Today we'll match the assistant manager World Cup team. Today you're playing against the assistant manager of the FM World Cup team. Is it Indonesia? Well done. Good luck, man. This tactic, you play a 4-2-3-1 now. I hope you're playing. Are you playing? I won't ask you what you're playing. 4-2-3-1 is hands down for me. I definitely easiest tactic to master. But I think if you play 4 fullbacks 4-2-3-1, a lot of teams might struggle. Because there's very hard to defend. Extremely difficult to defend. Especially even in network play, right? It's almost impossible to defend. Because the match engine is not set up to defend against the false fullback. It is not. So you can actually exploit it. Alright. So I'm going to do it to this tactic at halftime. Show you what I mean. Yeah, I will show you halftime how to do it. After this, guys, we will take a short break. I will have my Kit Kat, my Milo, a little something to eat. Then I'm going to put my kiddies to sleep, sing them a lullaby. It's always a short lullaby because I'm back on stream half an hour later. We shall be returning to Black Myth Wukong. Yes. Why am I streaming Black Myth? Some of you might be wondering, what the hell is this man doing streaming Black Myth Wukong? And not Football Manager. Because I got to test my rig. Have you noticed on YouTube, we're doing 4K. So I'm streaming in 4K, I'm recording in 4K, and I'm streaming to another channel. I haven't done another test yet. I'm going to be streaming to the third channel. I haven't done the third channel yet, but my plan is to stream to the third channel eventually. Either a third channel or do another thing later. So I need to be able to do that. So I've been testing how far I can push the system, and so far it's been fine. The issues I had before have been solved by me, but I'm still, after taking this camera in front of me, the one in my face is on, and making it 4K. And to do that, I just jack it into one more connection. Show 973, I'm looking good. My stream looked good when you were testing. Oh, did it, Chaser? Were you watching the... Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Look good, huh? Oh, I love it. I love the fight, the graphics. That's why I used to play Black Myth Wukong, so that we can see the, ray tracing in all its glory. So the false fullback in 4-3, does it work best with invert wingers? Wingers. You want to stretch the field of play and create. And then what the wingers do, play them opposite the flank of the preferred foot. So everybody is going into this little pocket where the AI is going, so many fellas are coming into the same zone to attack me. What am I going to do? That kind of thing. That Whiplash knows. Because the false fullback plays really well when you play wingers opposite their preferred foot. Or you play wingers and then you put a right foot, left foot there. The thing is that's what you have to do. You have to find a combination. If you don't, then it still plays quite well. It still can play quite well. But the optimum one is inside forward, wingers that cut inside. See, the 4-2-3-1 is quite solid. Once they have sorted the flight sim servers, I want to test my new graphics card with ray tracing. Good. Okay, cool. Congratulations. Good one, man. Oh, guys, you know who's around? It's Maximovic. Wish you guys could say hi. Our spicy coffee man is back, man, on YouTube. Thank you, sir. How are you doing, man? How's the spicy coffee? Any spicy coffee today, Mr. Maximovic? Huh? Maximovic is in the house. When he's in the house, the spicy coffee, you know, I always have to take a break. I'm gonna make coffee. Because of him, right? I started doing this spicy tea at home. Oh man. When I make my tea, the whole kitchen smells. Easy day, your typical bedtime is approaching. Old man now watch needs to tell me when to go sleep. Microsoft Flight, sounds like it. Nice. Good. Into the third. Yeah, it's like I think 4-2-3-1s, you can't go wrong with a 4-2-3-1 on Football Manager. You can never go wrong with a 4-2-3-1. So for me, like, if you wanted to create, like, even FM23 as well, great tactic will be a 4-2-3-1. FM24, great tactic 4-2-3-1. I tell you, when FM25 comes, great tactic will be 4-2-3-1. Right? Seriously. Tactics you want to avoid. Formations you want to avoid, 4-3-3 DM. Avoid it. Like, I mean, I will create one for you guys because there's always somebody's asking for it. The tactics you want to focus on moving forward. 5-2-2-1, bound to be strong. Okay, this year was quite strong as well, and I created one early on the stream. 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, 4-1-5. The 4-1-4-1. These are the 4 tactics that will be very strong. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to change this, guys. Wing on attack. Wing on attack. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to play force fullback, the force fullback. No cross from byline. Get further forward. Okay, that is a safe one. No cross from byline. Remove. Get further again. Okay, done. Oh, no cross from byline. There's a cross from byline. Take it out. Okay, done. All right, that's it. No other changes. Okay, this guy should work. Leave that in. All right, that's it. Santos, right foot or left foot? Left only. Francao, right foot, left. Okay. Advanced ward. Yeah, we can leave at advanced ward. You can play poacher as well. They won't nerf the 4-1-4-1 in FM25. They might. They might nerf my 4-1-4-1 in FM25. I mean, honestly, right? Getting a non-penalty XG of 3 a game. Every game is non-penalty XG of 3 or 2.7. Do you think it's correct or wrong? There is no football game currently in the world right now being that can produce that kind of a result for multiple games in succession in the Bundesliga. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, non-penalty XG of 2.7. That was the average, right? It's impossible for that to happen. So yeah, I won't be surprised if they look at that, because they have to give the AI a chance. The AI must be given a chance. I'll be honest, you have not played since the first Microsoft Simulator. I had the first Microsoft Simulator many years ago. No? Let's just put it this way. I realized very quickly I'm not very good at these kind of games, because mine always kept crashing. I could never manage. I could always take a plane and get it off the ground. Planes will always get off the ground. That's easy. It's finding my way to the next airport that was always a problem. I'm one of the guys that uses a Microsoft Flight Simulator and probably ends up with if I do manage to find myself at an airport I can land on, I won't land. I'll crash. I want to fly around Africa and see the sights and stuff. Yeah, I might do that. It sounds like fun. What do you change in your setup for your 4K? A few things. Yeah, a few things. I changed a few things around. Mostly some settings here. So I've managed now finally to be able to stream, record, do everything. Because the challenge I had the other day was I couldn't record in 4K, right? I was quite pissed off with that because I know my rig can do it. So now I'm gonna push it even more. So now you got all these guys running through the middle, and we got space. Pedro Goncalves is the post. Okay, what else can we do? Pick this further. Boom, shakalaka. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. We're gonna go very narrow because I want to emphasize. Did you know I've got my capture card is still the same. My capture card has been there since 5 years, 6 years ago, man. My capture card has always been the same. Nothing has changed in my capture card. My graphics card is the same from last year. I haven't upgraded any of my gear. It's just my existing gear. My rig has got dual capture cards and dual graphic cards, right? So I mean, not dual graphic cards. A graphic card with two GPUs inside there, I think. Yeah. All right. So I think so. I'm not sure because I've got multiple options when I go to it. But that's not important. Just I needed it for editing. So one day I got fed up because Resolve, my editor was taking so long, right? My application, I was like, taking so long to open. Bloody things driving me nuts. So I couldn't handle it one day. I had it up to my eyeballs waiting for the thing to open. So I got fed up. I says, it's taking me 10 minutes just to wait for this app to open. I had to change it. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing the edits for the live streams. Yeah, because the live streams were taking so long for me to edit. It was taking very long. Every time I want to open one up, it's like it takes forever. I never used to have that problem, but I suspect it had to do with the system. We're getting into the area. Plenty of threat. But I like your tactic. Leave it, man. Your tactic is pretty solid. Mine is just with false fullbacks on. That's it. Running at the defenders. Now we swap the two guys back to their natural. Now you got width, no? Now you got width. So what I like about this is I can cramp the center, or now I can leave these guys onto their preferred foot. So now they're playing left. His left foot is left flank, right foot right flank. These guys are coming in now. But those guys are playing on support, so they're not really coming in, right? So we're gonna make them come in. I just realized they're not coming in, they're on support. Now we're gonna guarantee that we create our headache. He scored a goal. Yeah. What kind of spice you bought from the Turkish coffee shop, Maximovic? I just buy cinnamon. Mine is just cinnamon and some other interesting spices that I can find at a look. I'm sorry, I live in Asia. We got a lot of spices. We got a lion's share of spices in Asia. We never run short of spices here. Okay, we change the midfield. All right, all 4-2-3-1s are the same. They suffer from the same problem. Once your midfield gets tired, you better start bringing in other players. We're not going to change the two mid defenders as see how far they struggle. First fan ends up picking off and crashing. I know exactly what that feels like. Okay, I like the tactic. 4-2-3-1 can never go wrong. There's nothing much you can do to that. That's actually a well set up 4-2-3-1. Yeah. I think it's very safe. Like, there's nothing untoward about this 4-2-3-1. It's very safe. Volante comes up, he just shoves this guy a bit more to the center. You got inside forwards coming in. You got these fullbacks not being too aggressive. I mean, you got 50-50. You can even go to the flanks, go inside. Yeah, it's a good 4-2-3-1. It's very basic. It's very simple. Yeah. It doesn't overcommit. You don't play too high a line. It's like standard defensive line. Yeah, great. Yeah, if you play if you step up more and you're playing a standard defensive line, it's still covering yourself. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. Let's see if we got any more. But that's it, man. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it, ladies and gentlemen. So that message on Discord. No, you didn't miss anything. It's for somebody sent in a request right the other day. He had an issue with a save, right? And I kind of told him, yeah, drop a message on Discord, except put in the wrong sub channel. So, kind of could have. They never found it again. So yeah, we're gonna have like another channel. We're gonna have another sub channel for all the other games that people are playing. Where did you drop it? Oh, where did you drop it? No, it's you see the thread. What? It's it should be up for all the subs. They'll see it. There's all the subs. FMUCK, you can see it. What? Well, it says help my save. That's the one. So next time, sometimes instead of doing a bring your tactics, I might pick one of your saves up as well, and we'll do that too. A slight little change on Game Changer, yeah. Just to if people need some feedback on their saves and their tactics, we can do that too. Yeah. Well, guys, it's gonna be time for us to adios. Oh no, Usantas. Yes, I think a bit late. A bit late. We are going to be wrapping the show up soon because I've got to go and put the boys to sleep. So once again, Bring Your Tactics is every Wednesday. So if you pop in, you get a chance. There's always the links are always in Twitch and on YouTube. So all you have to do is share the tactic with me. And guys on Discord, you have the link as well. If you want to share your save. Right? So sometimes you might want to share your save because you might be having some challenges with your save. And I'll probably play a match or just look at the save. I'm not suggesting that whatever I do is going to fix it. I might, we are lots of things that can go wrong in a save. One of the biggest reasons why some saves fall apart is A, I spend so much money and all my players want to leave the club. I can't help you there. Or B, I insist on playing this tactical scenario. Sometimes it's just, different things, right? Different things that cause different things to happen. So one thing everywhere popping on the stream today, you've been absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Wunderbar. And if you missed the stream, Bring Your Tactics is you don't have to drop the thread. Yeah, drop the thread. If that was you drop the thread, please. Yeah. I don't know which thread it is in now. And then if other people start going to the thread to do things, I'll be like, because that thread, right? Because that sub channel, if the thread doesn't become active, it stops popping up on my feed. Yeah. So I track the active channels. Yeah, I don't track everything. Yeah. So I think that is you, right, Zany? Yeah. So I want to thank all of you. You've been fantastic, absolutely sensational. I wanted to take a look at your save today. Yeah, but the show is coming to an end. I gotta go and put the kids to sleep. And over on YouTube, Maximovic says good night to everybody. He's off to drink his spicy coffee. I'm off to make my spicy tea. You guys are sensational. Don't ever forget that. I shall see you soon in a short while. We'll be doing Black Myth Wukong. Yes, it's the boss I don't really like. The small boy who turns into a devil. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. Bye bye. Good night. Have fun.